Hey everyone. Huh, make sure I'm drinking out of the right bottle. Ooh, is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. What's up, Chad and Patty? How you doing? Patty's gonna catch the first part for the first time. What's Chad talking about? Nancy. Where's Nancy? Hey, what's up, Jake? Nunya, Texas on the back 20. I think I called you Nunya, Texas on the back 9 the last time. I don't know what I was thinking. What's up, Bill? How you doing? In Baltimore? Josh the Homesteader, what's going on? Man, everybody came in here. What, y'all miss me too? That's crazy. And Patty, what's up? Just wanted to come on for a little bit, talk about what I've been doing, see what you guys have been doing. I still don't know who all is in my swarm boss competition, well challenge, and how many you all have so far. I finally started to get some. I got I got a couple today, and I have two that I got to get in the morning already. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Jason helped me out big time with that Be Quick that I needed really bad. I needed that stuff. These bees got into a little space in a wall, and they did not want to come out. They're getting on my nerves. Yeah, Chad. Like I was saying, you're gonna be getting swarms. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get them. They're coming. You got your website up. You're gonna be getting calls. Taylor Fritz, what's going on there? Um, haven't you still haven't checked yours yet? No, I would not be in a hurry to get into them mean bees either. But maybe they'll swarm. You get yourself a swarm. Yeah, down there in Baltimore. I'm where Bill's at. I'm sure it's just blowing up over there, chasing bees. Like while you're trying to get bees, you're getting calls. It's nuts. I wish they would just spread out evenly, but they never do that. You're gonna get one. You're gonna get one, Chad. Don't worry about it. You drove by. I can't see the emojis. No swarm yet. All right. Well, hopefully everybody put up a little WordPress site or has some kind of Facebook page or something. Yes, I just got two calls just 20 minutes ago. Not too far from here. Well, one of them is only like 20 minutes away. The other one's about 45 minutes away. So I'm going to get up early. It's pouring down raining here right now. So that'll keep them nice and clustered up for a while in the morning. If it doesn't warm up too fast, then I'll get them bad boys in a box. And then I don't know. I wonder who's eating drone brood out there. Who's grilling up some nice drone brood like your boy the Swarm King did the other day. That video went nuts. It's my biggest video now. None of my beekeeping crap matters. Just that I ate some bees. That's like my most popular video right now. What do I have to do next? Sit on a hive with my bare butt or something? I saw someone did that. Um, Yep. Yeah, this spring is being a little weird. It got hot, then it keeps getting cold at night, and then it's just strange. I mean, you're pretty far away from me, but maybe you're having some of the same stuff. White marked queens. I don't mark my queens. I don't. What color is white? Was last year white? I mean, that's cool. At least you're getting Hope if they're marking them according to the year, you're getting some overwintered queens. Mm, they could be from some junk beekeepers bees, but they're free. Who cares? Negative on the drone brood. Do you know how many people are constantly? They ask me over and over. Look at the comment section, asking me how it tastes. I must have said how it tastes 1,000 times. It was really, really good. It was delicious. I'm probably gonna do that every year now. I'm just gonna in the spring get a nice big hunk of freshly drawn drone brood, and just grill it up and eat it. It was really good. Oh, the Laotian people, or is it the Laotian people? I think it's Laotian, even though it looks like Laotian. They eat drone brood. Cool. I mean, they know how good it tastes. Then us Americans, we don't want to eat. We just want to eat burgers and fries all the time. Drone brewed burgers. Ooh, that might be something. My most popular is a nuke getting loose in the car while driving. Yeah. Um, yeah. We needed the rain too. Everything's all dried up out here. I mean, not like Midwest dry, but I need my little seedlings watered. I'm not carrying water all the way up there. Um, hey, what's up, Kristen? How you doing? The meetup's coming up. I'm seeing people here from the meetup. Going to Oklahoma. We're gonna be Oklahomies. I don't know if Kristen saw that video where I ate the bee brood, where I grilled them up and ate them. I was fully expecting for that to taste really bad, and I would have probably not freaked out. I would have probably just said, "This tastes pretty bad. It's not good." I was not expecting it to taste that good. I was not expecting that. You're getting a big old storm there. Wait, that's the wrong one. Big old storm. Yeah, we're having some pretty heavy rain out there. I can hear it pounding on the roof, but I don't hear any thunder or lightning or anything. Oh, you did see it. It looked disgusting. It was really good. We haven't had much measurable rain here in Portland all the spring. Yeah. Hey, there's Illinois Canerum. What's up, man? How you doing? I just went live just for the hell of it. It's what I does. Go live, talk about a little bit of swarms I'm getting. I was just in another live, um, watching it. I didn't know they were going live, so I was watching Kinfolk Farms, Kinfolk Farms, live, and man, he had an accident. He had a really bad one. I feel kind of bad. I'm like all bummed out. Oh, here he goes. Here goes Shad. So what did it taste like? I already said 10,000 times. It tastes like like if you have a prime rib, the really juicy, really soft, delicious part. That's what it tasted like. It was just like that. What else is going on? So I'm finally catching these swarms. I got number 5 today. I was just driving home from another bee thing, and I said, let me stop over at the club hives, my local bee club. We have we normally have 2 colonies there, but now they keep surviving, and and they've been splitting them. So now I think they had 4 coming out of winter, I think, and now they're up to like 8 over there, and they don't treat their bees at all either. Thank goodness, because they always have a vote. Well, they did have a vote a couple of years. They said who votes do we treat and who votes do we don't, and the cool people won, so we didn't treat them bees. They survived again, and I went over there and I was just getting ready to leave. I was walking around seeing if there's any swarms hanging, and my little swarm eye caught something over in the corner in a bush, and I thought it was a bird nest at first. I was just not gonna go over there. I said, let me just get in there a little bit closer. And it was a swarm hanging there. So that's the video that I put up today. The swarm that had 3 queens in it. Um, one of them flew away. I don't know. I don't know where it went. But I got one caged. I got the other one in the box. So I got two little tiny colonies out of that swarm. But once those queens, they were like unmated queens. You could tell they were really small. Once they get mated, I'll pull a frame from somebody else just to boost them up a little bit, get them up to size. They were just like the whole swarm was maybe 2 pounds, not even that. That's a very tiny swarm here in Pennsylvania this time of year. Most of them are well over 6, 7 pounds. Uh, Chad's not buying it. He is not buying the flavor of that drone brew. Well, you're not a real cowboy if you don't eat weird stuff. At least try it out. Oh man, my nose is running. Sorry. Who's Kinfolk Farms? Yeah, they're in Georgia. That's Shane's channel. He's in Georgia. Does a whole ton of stuff over there. A little bit of bees. So hickory hives, would they be after swarms? They have a lot of names for that. When it doesn't happen so much in nature when colonies swarm, but when you're splitting, especially doing like walkaway splits, and your queenless side makes a ton of queen cells, and they just kind of hatch and want to take off, and they take off in a group. Then you get swarms with a whole bunch of queens in there, and they call them after swarms, cast swarms, secondary swarms. It's just a swarm with a bunch of virgin queens in it. I don't even like calling them virgin queens. I think that sounds stupid. I just say unmated queens because they didn't mate yet. Do we call anything else virgin things except for olive oil? I don't say like, I don't know. That's silly. Ugh, they're unmated queens. Let's see. I started watching it, but I stopped to feed the animals and haven't turned the TV back on. Which one? The one where I was eating the bee? Oh, my new one. Uh-oh. Kristen saved a bee yesterday. It came in with my laundry off the line. Pretty sure it was a carpenter bee. Oh, there you go. Yeah, carpenter bees, they're very annoying, but I try to tell people it's almost impossible to get stung by one of those. First, it would have to be a female, and then you'd have to put it in a very tough predicament where they feel like they have to sting you because they mostly just want to get away from you as fast as possible. And let me see what the heck else was going on. Oh, the news came to one of my removals, which I didn't get on film. Well, I actually did get it on camera, but I figured let me let the news guy have all that footage. I don't want to like so it'll be like the first time people get to see it. And so the call was this guy said I have a whole bunch of bees on the outside of my house. And I thought forget about it. They moved in. But when I got there it was actually the bees from the house were swarming and they had a swarm hanging right there at the entrance. So I'm like picking through it, trying to find the queen, and then they just take off. And they flew across the street and landed on this lady's arborvitae, whatever it was. And and the news guy was going to meet me there, but I didn't know what he looked like, who it was. And I'm in there, and then I just hear this, "Hello, hey, Bruce," and and then he was there. He was a cool dude. Filmed, me catching the bees and interviewed me there for a little while. Got my good side on camera, so that was cool. But it didn't air yet. I'm not. I thought it was supposed to air today. Maybe I didn't understand what he said, but I gotta find out when that thing airs, and then I'll put it on here. You get to see me being famous or becoming more famous. And I don't know, I didn't want to do the same talking points that every beekeeper does when they talk to somebody. They say the same four or five things every single time. And I didn't do that. I said bees ain't in trouble. Stop trying to save these bees. Yeah. Don't worry about honeybees. I was just being the anti bee person instead of saying the same thing. 30% of your food is pollinated by honeybees and they're in the decline and all this crap. It's a bunch of crap. So Illinois, can hear them, got unmated cats and dogs. Yeah, you don't say about your cat, oh, look, this is my virgin cat. It doesn't make sense. It's a cat. Oh, man. You like watching them fighting and bicker. Who? Oh, man. What did I miss? Hold on. Maybe it's cats and dogs. Yeah, I'm not TikTok famous yet. I don't really make a lot of TikToks, but the little few ones that I do have, they're really good. I don't know why I'm not famous. Someday I'll get on there and really do something to make me famous. I've been famous for a while. I'm a superstar. Mason bees are more prolific pollinators, or did I hear that wrong? I don't know. Maybe if you're talking about like the individual bee, does an individual mason bee pollinate more than an individual honeybee? Maybe, probably. Um, but I mean, mason bees are so far outnumbered by honeybees. Like every time you see a mason bee, like that's the whole colony right there, one bee, and then half of those are males. So, but I do like mason bees; they're cool, and I just don't know how you could get enough mason bees into an orchard. Maybe you could. I don't know. It would take a lot. Tom Lindemann, what's up, dude? The Lions Club meeting. People love lions that much? They have a club about them? Another local dude, Tom. I'm I'm over here getting these swarms, Tom. Finally getting them. And the cool thing is, I can see on my website analytics that people are visiting my other people's websites. It shows me that they're going to other people's websites from my website. So that's good. Uh, you got a honeybee call, it was yellow jackets? Hmm. Can't be too many yellow jackets yet. You really don't see big colonies of those until like midsummer or late summer. Man, give me my drink over here. Ugh. What the heck else is going on? Let me see. I watched an ag production a month ago or so ago that was talking about what bees did, what bee did what best, and I'm almost positive they said each mace bee pollinated way more than any other bee. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't argue. I mean, probably. I just don't know. I don't know how they would know that. Yeah. Yeah, each mason bee probably does do a lot more than an individual honeybee. But, if I have one colony of honeybees, that's like 50,000 bees in there. So a mason bee, they're going to do a lot. But pollination is like a commercial beekeeping thing. Um, Sometimes people want to get a colony to pollinate their little garden, and that's not really necessary. One mason bee will cover your whole tomato. One mason bee and one bumblebee will pollinate your entire garden. Tomatoes, peppers, all that stuff that honeybees don't even touch. Now, if you have a million apple trees, that's different. What the heck else, man? Got a couple swarms. It's on the stupid news. I ate some drone brood. Yeah. Person's not trying to argue. No, I know. I'm not. I didn't think you're trying to argue. And thank you. I am the Swarm King. But I was just really thinking myself. I always just try to figure stuff out. I'm like, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. But I always wonder how people, not you, but like the people who say that the bees do this or that, how do they know that? How do they figure that out? It's probably not too hard to figure out, but like when people talk about drone congregation areas, I always just want to throw up a little bit because I'm like, how many drone congregation areas have you seen in your life? None. Well then, how many have you even seen on film? None. Nobody's seen them. They just, some people say they're in a tree, some people say they're in the air. They're just like a made up thing. Yeah, there's drones everywhere. But find me a drone congregation area. You can float a balloon up there, and yeah, some drones are gonna go on your little. There's studies they do where they send a balloon up with a queen pheromone and have all these drones come after it. Okay, so what? So there's drones flying around. Doesn't mean it's a congregation area. Let me see. Or it's definitely not the way people describe them. Like, what do they do? Just fly around in a big cloud forever, or do they go sit somewhere? Drones can't really hang out that much. They're gonna burn out. You've been in my lives before. I'm like a chicken with a June bug and a bad case of ooh shiny. Nah, you're not that. Not like that. I see the watermelon patches around here truck their bees in by the semi load. Yeah, wa- watermelon pollination. That's definitely a thing. I've seen that. Yeah, man. Watermelons. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too much. I don't know too much about farming, especially watermelons. But yeah, I always wonder like mason bees are really good at pollinating those type of plants, watermelons, cucumbers, pumpkins, all that stuff. And watermelon plants don't have as many flowers as like apple trees or almonds. Those beekeepers are making money. Well, actually, I don't think watermelon pollination pays that much. So who knows? Who knows who's getting who? I'll I'll never do pollination. I'm never gonna be that big. I'm just a fun beekeeper for fun, a bee haver. Before anyone else says it. Yeah, looking for them Swarm Boss 2021 videos. Hold on. Swarm Boss banner coming into the house. Show it, baby. Bloop. There it is. Um, I tagged my video Swarm Boss 2021, the one I just got today. So maybe I'm gonna win. I don't know. I don't even want to be. I don't want to be in it. You can't make up the challenge and then be in it and win it. That's pretty rude. But if people don't tag their videos, hey man, you're screwed. That's it. I'm not gonna keep saying it. And if nobody tags it, I'll just keep the prize. So, so if you made a video catching a swarm, go in there and tag it. If it's not on my list, if it's not on my hashtag list, which I'm gonna go over, towards the end, doesn't count. I'm tired of playing with you guys. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Knierim is telling me about these pumpkins. 500 acres of pumpkin. I mean, not pumpkins, watermelons. Okay, wow, that's big. That's a ton of watermelons. So yeah, maybe you will need a lot of bees on there. Oh, sorry, man. This is embarrassing. Um, 500 acres. That's approximately. I don't know how big that is. I know my yard is almost 2 acres. So basically, my yard times 250 of my yards. That's pretty big. I wonder what honey. I wonder what watermelon honey tastes like. Probably. I wonder if it tastes like watermelon. That's one to think about. But I wonder they probably have to spray those watermelons a lot to keep the bugs from eating them up. By then, the bees they'd have taken them out. So who knows? That's interesting. Do I want to do it? No. Um, what else am I gonna talk? Oh my gosh. So a couple months ago, I made this video explaining to people who want to buy bees from me, um, just laying down the law because I wasn't going to deal with what happened in the past years, where everybody calls me in December, reserves a bunch of bees, and then in March, when all the packages come in, everybody has extra packages and shitty nukes from Florida and Georgia. They call me, or they just forget that I exist. And then I'm like, where the hell are all these people that wanted all these bees? And then when I call them, they're like, oh, well, Joe Schmo down the street had some packages, so I bought those, so I don't need those bees anymore. So this year I made a video and I said, no, we're not playing. Swarm King ain't playing that game anymore. If you want bees, that's great. You're getting the best bees in the world. You're getting bees that got their ass beat and still live, never been treated. The best bees on the planet. So I explained that, and I explained that you're making half a deposit and you're not getting it back no matter what. So don't even ask for it. And then I said they'll be ready on May 15th. Like I said the date right in the video. And the video is called The Worst Bee Salesman Ever because that's me. Because I don't even like selling bees and don't buy bees. So don't buy bees, but if you do, get them from, the best. And then wasn't all these people calling me and texting me every day for the past 2 weeks before May even started, asking me, are the bees going to be ready on time? When are the bees going to be ready? Just what's up with the bees? And it was just making me so mad. The bees are going to be ready in the exact day that I said they were going to be ready. And it's just so annoying. So I need to make even stricter rules next year that everybody's going to pay in full. And if you call me before May 15th, your order is done. I'm keeping the money. I got to do something to make these people leave me the hell alone until the bees are ready. It's it's just bee people, especially new beekeepers that are just buying bees. They just don't understand, and they can be it can get nerve wracking. What's up? Tim's in the house. Ridge Life, go Ridge Life. Welcome to Ridge Life. I was gonna make a video. Welcome to Swarm Life. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Hi, and welcome to Swarm Life. That wouldn't sound right. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Don't buy bees. Look who we're talking to. Chad. Chad has no faith in the system. He just went and it's okay, man. Bought them bees. Don't worry. You got them. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at people for buying bees or nothing. I just say it's silly. Just just impatient. I don't know. Local, yeah. I mean, local, even local schmokel. Like, if anybody's selling bees around here, any of the big bee guys, yeah, it's local, but it's all shit from Florida. It's all junk. And And they have the nerve to charge like full price too. They're charging the same that I charge, and my bees are Pennsylvania bees, like wild bees that get their butt kicked and they're still alive. There's just there's no comparing them to anything you can get from some bee mill. It's the excitement, anticipation. Oh yeah, I do remember those days. I remember them, but that was a different time back when from way back when I started getting bees. It wasn't like today. There's some things have changed so much, not just in bees, but like in general society. Everybody's a Karen now. They want everything right away. They, I mean, 12 years ago, it was still pretty chilled out. People weren't freaking out about everything all the time. Now today, I already know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen. These people are gonna come here to get these bees, and I'm gonna close off the entrance and everything, pick it up, take it over to their car trunk, put it in, and they're gonna be like, okay, so now when I get home, now what do I do? Do I put them? Where should I put them? Like what? When was it? They're gonna just have every single question, and I'm just gonna be like, close your door, get the hell out of here, man, get out of here. I'm not even gonna talk to you about what to do because they wanted them bees so bad. They're bugging me weeks before they're due, and did no studying or anything. No, I'm not mentoring. I'm not gonna mentor you on my driveway for what to do the next 6 months. Sorry, I'm grumpy, man. These people pissed me off. I should show you all the messages on my phone. Then I'm gonna. Never mind. Oh man, I'm missing all these comments that are showing up on my phone. Hold on. What the heck? Oh, okay. And now I see. You're gonna send me 300 emails now. Oh, forget emails. All right, Bill, take it easy. You probably have to know what I'm talking about. How these people be sometimes. Oh, hold on. Gotta make sure my volume's all the way down. Lyndon Cachetta Bees, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully, you got them swarm traps out there. They just want to know my opinion. Well, it's not really. I mean, opinions. Nobody wants my opinion, but some people I know they just don't have any. They didn't do any homework, so they ordered the bees, and they don't have the slightest idea what to do with them once they have them. But yeah, well, living they're gonna learn. You gonna learn. What's up, Rodney? How you doing? He's going nuts down there. Bees going all over the place, catching them all kind of ways. Where are all the swarms? I keep getting calls about cutouts. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of cutout calls too, and I have two or three guys. I have I have a screenshot of their phone number, and it's bloop right to them. I said, "Don't, lady called me today, really nice. You know, I have these bees. They're up in my chimney. As soon as I heard chimney, I was like, just stop talking for a second. Hold on. Here's the number. Call this guy. I'm not getting on a roof. I'm not pulling out tools. I don't have the skills for that. Sorry. I wish I did. I'd make a ton of money. But don't worry. You're going to get all these cutouts that they're calling you about. Okay, here's a tip. When somebody calls you about a cutout, talk really sweet and nice to them because some of those cutouts are going to swarm in the next few days or a week or so. So let them know that hey, if you do see them start going crazy and they come out and hang on a tree or a fence, please call me and I'll come take those for free and have them a nice jar of honey or whatever. Bring them some eggs from your chickens, whatever you got. You may not want to do the cutout. Don't do the cutout. Leave cutouts to people who really know what they're doing with cutouts and just get those swarms. And also, Even if people are calling you about bumblebees or yellow jackets, at least it shows that your website is working. People are Googling and they're finding you. So that's a good thing. That's good news. That's the little, what do you call that? The good thing in a bunch of bad stuff. The diamond in the rough. Is that what that is? Hey, Tina Ladybug. How you doing? All right, cool. I'm just going to say Il Canirum because that reminds me of the Beastie Boys. Say I don't want to say Illinois every time. So Il Canirum. That's why he's watching so he can learn. Yeah, learn. I mean, I'm not that good of a teacher. I stink. But the basics, I mean, you might learn some basics from watching me. Just how I mess with them bees, how I get all the bees. How long does it take for Swarm Commander to dissipate when applied properly? Um, Swarm Commander is pretty good quality when applied properly. About 2 weeks, I think, would be good. But if you can smell it at all, it's already good. Don't add any more because bees smell hundreds of times better than our noses. So if you can even smell it a little bit, don't add any more. If you can't smell it at all, they probably still can smell it, but you can put a little squirt in there just for some, make sure it's there. Silver lining. That's what I was thinking. That's the silver lining to these crappy calls. At least your website's working. What's my thoughts on tanging? Tanging? Tanging. Let me tell you a great story about tanging. One day, I saw the swarm coming out of one of my hives, big monster swarm, and I just happened to be ready for the tanging because there wasn't really much for them to land on. So they came out and they were flying around in a nice big cloud, and I said, "Here it is!" Bang, bang, bang! I started banging my stick against this metal lid, and it's making a loud crack. And the swarm swirled around and then went straight across the street, the highway into the woods, never to be seen again. So that's my favorite story about tanging. I don't know if it works. Sometimes I like start clapping really loud if I don't have anything to bang together. I just start clapping really loud. Look like a complete fool out there in the middle of the street the other day when those bees were flying across the street from that house. I'm in the middle of the street clapping, and everybody's coming out their door. I see window shades opening up, and I'm like, clap, 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 because I got a big clap. I just clapped the living heck out of my hands. And they actually did land, not too high in the bush. Um, I don't know if it was from my clapping, my hand tanging, that I would call it, but it might work. But I've also had like the right stuff and was tanging right in the middle of a swarm, and they just had no interest in landing on anything. Tina Ladybug hanging out with the grandbabies. Kristen, I have to build my stuff. My biggest worry is when I catch them, there'll be some mean bees. That's the least thing I worry about. Actually, I don't worry about anything. When I catch free bees, the only thing I'm worried about is do I still have another empty box to put the next one in? I don't worry about anything. There's nothing to worry about. Um, I mean, at least when they're in swarm mode, you don't have to really worry about them being angry unless they've been hanging for a couple days. They might be a little grumpy, but if you make a trap and catch them in a trap, there's nothing to worry about. Jason. Oh, okay, Jason. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know your first name. That's a lot of Jasons. Um, let me see what's Lyndon talking about. People contacted me about a bee tree too. I couldn't make it till the next day, and someone sprayed them. Oh, damn it! That sucks. Yeah, I mean they contacted you. I don't know what clown sprayed them. It's so stupid. Um, yeah, that happens. I hate that. But there's always more. Best advice: set up a website. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to regret telling people, at least in my area, to set up websites because I should have about 20 swarms by now. I should definitely have, or more, easily. I don't have quite as many, but I think in the long run, even if everybody else is getting the swarms and not me, even if everybody is, there's a silver lining to that too. And that is that that's less bees getting bought. People are catching their bees. That's going to keep more bees that are from this area in this area. If everybody just caught their own bees and kept the bees from their area, and also if they're catching what could be unmanaged feral bees for a while, it's just going to be an all around beneficial thing to the bees and the people. Chad had no idea what tanging was until I explained. Yeah, tanging is like the ancient kind of thing that they used to do, and that's where they bang stuff together to make a swarm think that it's thundering or something and makes them land. But I think there's a lot of like soup, what they call what the heck do they call that when you only really remember when it works and kind of forget when it doesn't work. My family had me freaked out, but I can't remember my papa stealing honey from. Oh, you can remember. Yeah. Okay. He probably just reached in that tree hole, or those old timers, they used to like leave the bees in the tree and just they had a way. Maybe they made like a trap door on the tree or something, and they could get in there, cut the little honey off the bottom because all the brood would be at the top, and they would just cut the honey off the bottom. Or wait, no, the brood is usually by the entrance, so wherever they cut, they could reach in there and get some honey, or from the back. There were a lot of Jasons from the 70s. Oh, is that what it is? Very popular 70s baby name. Yeah, not too many Bruces. I mean, most of the Bruces I know are older than me. Let's see. It's all right. You're back. You only missed the secret, exciting part. Need more cowbell. Probably a cowbell would be a a good tanging instrument. I should just go. I got to make sure I get a cowbell and a drumstick in my bee van. So yeah, selective memory works, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Oh, it's called confirmation bias. Just rolls off the tongue. Confirmation bias. That's something that I use a lot when I'm arguing with people. People that say one way of doing something is great, even though it really isn't that great if they were being honest, because they're just looking at when that thing works. Not gonna mention any type of things people do with bees because it's very clear that doing it doesn't work all the time. But I mean, a lot of people that I know, even here on YouTube, some people might be here. Um, some bees didn't make it, and then rather than like change the whole way that things are done, I say, you know what? Let me try a different way. Some of them are gonna just be doing it the same way, just more, like more stuff, like more of whatever. So it's not, it's people that I know personally, not here on YouTube's. Yeah, believe it or not, Patty, I am named after Bruce Lee because my dad was like a big time martial art guy, big time. Like back in the 70s, I was in the 80s. That was a humongous thing around here. It's just martial arts. So my dad's like big time karate guy and still is. And he named me Bruce after Bruce Lee. So I guess I was supposed to be like the second Bruce Lee. I don't know. I took karate for a little while, but I did not like it. I mean, that was in the 80s. I got like beat up. Yeah, I don't like getting punched or kicked in the nuts. Um, whatever it takes. Okay, elaborate on that for me. What do you mean, whatever it takes? Because we can talk about this. Hey, what's up, Nettie? How you doing? Silhouette Park Farm. We got Australia in the house. Australia. What time is it over there? It's probably, I don't know. Usually when I watch their lives, I'm just waking up for work. So it's probably either extremely late or really early. Anyway, how you guys doing? Good day. Good day, mates. You can't imagine me doing karate. Oh yeah, I had the gi, I had the belts, the little gloves on. I used to hit the bag. I did all the katas. I did everything. What's up, Mark Cottrell? How you doing? I'm catching up to you out there with the swarms. Catching up, baby. I'm loading this yard up with bees, and they're all feral so far. They're all untreated feral bees that I got so far. Fine. Yep, I know Aaron Bransky. He actually comes into here in my lives a lot of times. He's been in here. Yeah, he's a local dude from the bee club. Um, whatever it takes to get a swarm. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say do whatever it takes to keep the bees alive. I do not do that. I'm a I don't do that. Oh, it's Adam. Hey, sorry. I'm just usually whenever there's couples on YouTube, it seems like it's always the lady on, but Adam's on. Okay, cool. Um, it's 11:05 a.m. So here it's 9:02 p.m. in Pennsylvania, USA. Did you see me eating that bee brood? It was delicious. Let me see. Cool, you guys got good questions. I love this. I don't have to just ramble about myself. Pay says, "Did you?" Yeah, the swarm that I got today had three queens that I saw. One of them flew away. One I have in a box, and then the other one I have two. I have one in each box now. So now I have. There was two queens. I made two colonies out of it, and the third one flew away. Don't go talking about getting kicked in the nut. Yeah, I know. I've heard about Chad's nut kick so many times. He got kicked in them nuts in the worst way. This bee club, like Fight Club, sometimes it is. People do fight about bees. You don't know what you're talking about. That's usually me or someone saying I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's probably true. Um, but no, bee club, like the bee club, is kind of like where all the local, not all, some local beekeepers, hobbyists, we all get together and talk about bees, what we're doing. Like normal people who don't have bees, they probably just think that's the weirdest thing. like like when I was a little kid at school, we had the collector club for people who collected stuff, and I always collected coins and baseball cards and stuff. But a bee club, that's so weird. Honeybees on the flowers? Okay, there you go. Oh no. One of Mark's hives swarmed yesterday and got away from you. That's not too bad. You're out there in the wilderness, so those bees are coming back to you in some way. They're going to go live in a tree somewhere, or maybe one of your swarm traps. I don't know. And they'll live out there, and then they'll swarm and go to one of your other traps. so you'll be good. My only worry with swarms getting away is that they'll move into one of my neighbors' roofs, but I only really have two neighbors. I have other neighbors, but they're too far away to where they're not going to really put two and two together. And, you know, you got to have your house sealed up. And they might not even be my bees if they moved into the roof. Could be somebody else's bees, or could be bees from the forest. But if like my next door neighbor gets bees, that's probably for me. Um. Oh yeah, look at that. Always hunting for the wild native stingless bees. Yeah, those are those cool little tiny little black bees. See you guys have over there. I wonder, and they make that weird honeycomb too. It looks like it's all twisted together. I've seen those. They're pretty cool. To have bees that can't even sting you. You can just mess with them all day and they can't even sting you. That would be, yeah, we couldn't have those over here. People would just ruin them. I wonder why they don't. Oh, they probably can't live here because we have winter time, like cold winter. That's probably why they don't live here. I think they have them in Australia, but where else do they have them? They have them in like South America, I think too. Um, yeah, there's not too much for me going on. I'm gonna go get those two swarms tomorrow. Um, trying to make a video. I don't know if I want to make a video catching every single swarm. It probably has to get boring after a while, right? Doesn't that get boring watching people catch swarms all the time? I mean, maybe I can spice it up with my great personality or something, but just putting bees in a box over and over and over again. And I can't, like on my phone, I can't really make long videos. I need to get, I don't know, how do you guys do it? How do you make a 45-minute video? Is that with a real camera or something? If I can't edit from my little phone app, I can't edit because I don't know. I've tried to use Filmora. I've tried to use other editing things, and I just can't figure it out. I'm too stupid. Swarms never get boring. I mean, yeah, they never do get boring to me, or for major swarm heads like me and you. But um, people think Mark's videos are boring. Nah, your videos ain't boring. They're not boring at all. They're good. Mark's the nicest person on YouTube. And he's honest too. He doesn't lie about stuff. I like Mark's videos. Tiny black bees, super sweet honey with a floral taste. Yeah, I could see why it's expensive because they don't really make that much, so they have to charge a lot to make up for the scarcity of it. What what's the most thing screwing with one colony from me? Oh God, I'll never forget that. I'll never ever forget that time. It was when, yeah, Mark's videos are good. It was when me and my buddy Mitch, he got a call about a tree that fell down. It was a sycamore tree. The thing was so big. It was the biggest, most gigantic tree I've ever seen. It was like 6 feet thick, and it like there was a colony in there like I don't even know what. But these bees were already mad, and then we started chainsawing into it to try to open it up because it was laying down right across a road. It was just the worst situation ever. and and I had a suit on too, but my suit didn't go all the way down and cover up my ankles. So we're trying to cut the bottom of the log out so that we can reach up and pull the combs out and try to get the bees out. And at some point, me and him were like wiggling this piece of the log to try to get it to come loose. And it comes loose, but it's way heavier than I thought it was going to be. And way heavier than I guess he thought it was going to be. And we dropped it. And I had, I never ever wear black socks. I always wear white socks. But for some reason this day, I don't know why I had black socks on. Maybe all my white socks were dirty, but I had black socks on. And this is a long story, but so there was a space like about this big between the top of my sneaker and my bee suit. So it was just black socks sticking out, and these bees got on my ankles so bad. They totally covered my ankles, and every single one of them stung me. And I started running. I started running up the street, and they wouldn't let go. They were just stuck there stinging me. A whole cloud of bees at my ankles stinging me, and I don't know how many stings I got on my ankles, but it had to be no less than 50 or 60 in each ankle. And when I finally got into the car and got all the bees out and got my shoes off, my ankles were like this fat around. They were just totally full of venom and just fat. It was horrible. It was the most horrible thing ever. But I learned a lot of lessons that day. Never wear black socks to a really pissed off colony removal. It was pretty bad. But that's the answer. I've been stung a lot by yellow jackets last year. That one removal, that yellow jacket removal, I probably got 30 stings right in the hands from them. They kept stinging me right through my gloves. Every swarm is a little different. Yep, they're always. Sometimes they're a little bit similar, but there's never two that are alike. Let me see. Got the bees checking out the bucket swarm traps. Yeah, those are good. Oh, you heard that story? You probably heard that from Mitch or me. I tell it all the time. Mark got bees in his pants last week. Yeah, man. When they get up there and you know they're up there and there's nothing you can do about it, that stinks. Let me see. Use our phones and our GoPros. Just for. Yeah, see, I have a GoPro too. I have a Hero 8 whatever. When I got it, it was the newest one. I just can't figure out how to get the video into something that I can edit it. You know, I'm gonna have to learn. When I go to this meetup, I'm hoping somebody there can sit down with me at a laptop and show me how they do it. Um, hey Ashley, what's up? See, now Silhouette Park Farm is in here, and I thought it was Nettie, but it's not. So now Mulberry Branch is here. That's probably Ashley, right? Because it's always, and then like when Old Redding is in here, it's usually Cat. It's always the lady of the couples channels. Yeah, those I did have bee leg warmers on, ankle warmers. They just lit me up right through the socks. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know: is that Ashley? Clueless beekeepers here. Swarm catcher. That's me. It's the swarm king. It's not the swarm catcher. All right. We declare that it is definitely Ashley. I think God put yellow jackets on Earth to kill the. I guess Moses took the yellow jackets on the ark. I don't know why, and took ticks on there. For I don't know why. You got him out. Yeah, Mark just films with his phone. He must have an iPhone because Mark's videos are clear and edited good. Not like mine. I have an Android. I have this. No, look at that ugly dude. Okay. Use full size, powerful computers to edit videos way better than most laptops. And for sure, don't use your phone. I'm doing everything wrong. Everything wrong, man. In fact, let me turn this phone off. I'm not even watching this. Um, I don't have a full size computer. I only have a laptop. I have two laptops, but they're probably kind of older. Let me see. What's Patty talking about? I've been stung so many times. Yeah, I like Yellow Jackets. I mean, I think they're interesting. They definitely have a job to do. You just can't bug them while they're trying to do it. they clean stuff up. They eat a lot of bugs. They eat caterpillars and hornworms and all kinds. They eat roadkill. They eat all kinds of stuff. I like how people ask me about them. All I know about them is spray them, brand them, kill them. I don't kill them. I mean, if you're paying me, I'll kill them, but I don't just go kill them for no reason. I make people pay me to mess with them yellow jackets. Like I didn't realize some some bee removers, some yellow jacket removers, they don't charge enough. When I found out how little they were charging, I said, "Wow." I actually try to charge enough to where where they'll tell me no, but then they say yes, and I'm like, "Ooh, now I gotta go do it. At least I'm gonna get paid for it." All right. Happy Star Wars Day. Wait, May the 4th? Oh, that's right. You guys are from the future. Chiggers. I've heard about chiggers my whole life. I don't know if I've ever gotten one. Don't know what those do. I think they dig into your skin. iPhone 11. You guys have the iPhone 11. I don't know. I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about. How much do I've heard of people charging like $150 or something to remove yellow jackets, or $100 or 200. Hell no, no. I mean, if it's really really easy, like if it's in a birdhouse or something, yeah, I'll take $200 to take that away. Because I'll take it away and I'll bring it here. I won't even kill them. But if I'm gonna stand there and get stung like I did last time, it was $500. I said it's $500 because I didn't want to do it. She's like, I don't care. That's fine. I was like, ooh. And then I went and did it. I shouldn't even be talking about money on here. That's terrible. It was $5. And then when I got done, she was like, "Let me give you a tip." I'm like, "Okay." I guess I guess they thought that I was working for somebody and that I was going to go hand that money to somebody, and they gave me another $100. So I ended up getting $600 to take some yellow jackets out of a thing. But it kind of was, worth it because I did get stung a lot, and I had to be on a ladder. Um, yeah, capture yellow jacket. Yeah, you can make. Yeah, you can actually sell the venom. You you have to milk the yellow jackets for their venom, and then you can sell that venom. It's extremely expensive. So yeah, you make some type of anti venom or some type of. They use it for something. It's really expensive, but you have to take every single yellow jacket and like sting this little thing that squirts all their venom out. And I think after you do that with like 1,000 yellow jackets, you have like 3 drops in there. So that's why it's really really expensive. Yeah, definitely hazard pay to mess with those damn yellow jackets. Yes, Patty is a nerd. Oh, you said naturalist. Naturalist and a nerd. I'm a nerd too. But all right, man. I've been over an hour already. It feels like I've only been here like 10 minutes, maybe 15. But all right, all my favorite people in here, all my buddies. It was good hanging out with you all. You already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to get off of here, and someone's gonna ask me something. Then I'm gonna stay. Like, look at what Ed Sharp just did. He started talking about foundationless frames. Foundationless, I love foundationless. It is the best thing ever. There's like nothing makes my skin crawl more than seeing somebody dump a swarm into a box full of foundation for no reason. It's okay if you do it. Once again, I'm talking about my opinion. It's so like, especially if it's like wild bees and you're dumping them into a bunch of plastic for, and then they don't even really like it. I don't know. I love foundations. What am I going to eat this week? Oh, thank you for asking that, Mark. Mark Cottrell with the best question of the whole life. I can't wait for these cicadas to come to pop, the Brood X or whatever. I've been waiting 17 years for these cicadas to pop again so I can grill them up and put some hot sauce on them and wolf them down with some beer. So I'll make a video of that too. And I suggest everybody eat some cicadas because you would not believe how good those are too. If you could like batter them and deep fry them, that would be even better. So I'm gonna have to do that. Last time I had them, I was just eating them raw. I was just catching them and just just eating them. They taste like butter. They're really good. They're not as good as drone brood, but they are good. And they're full of probably full of vitamins, I guess, or something. Probably minerals. Yeah, time does fly when I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, a Southern goodbye. Is that what that is? I'm doing a Southern Pennsylvania goodbye. Oh man, all these good questions come in here. Do I use wire on my frames? Nope. Nope. I don't use any wires. I can have Mark share the cicadas. Come on, man. Come on. You can do it. Don't be like that. Yes. Yes, way, man. I will give them one foundation and checkerboard plastic foundation. I just, I just, I mean, everybody can do what they want, but I just don't get the point of foundation. Like, I get it in the honey super. I get that. It's just so unnecessary. And for me, it separates. Like, it doesn't matter if I use it because I've already been in a bunch of bees for a little while, but like, especially when you're first learning, when you're first like taking in all the bee knowledge you can get from bees, it's such to me foundation. Just all the plastic crap and all the little crap you throw in there, the beetle traps and the Swiffer sheets and the feeder and the freaking beetle blaster and the treating and the shit and the everything. It's like, when you just kind of, it just separates you from like being able to see what actually just happens when you're not in there putting so much stuff in there. And when I say you, I don't mean like individual people. I mean people in general. Like, I saw someone catching swarm there. Like, they put the swarm in, they put the beetle blasters in, they put the Swiffer sheets, put a feeder on top, like right away. They just went and got some. They just went and got some bees that nobody ever touched. They've never smelled smoke before because they just came out of a feral cavity, and they just subjected them to all this bullshit in their box. It's just weird to me. Nobody, maybe not too many people get it, but it's weird. You don't get good bees that way. I mean, they'll live. You'll do fine for a couple of years, and then you'll have a correction. It happens to everybody. Um, I don't know. That's just how I am. So I'm guessing that a that is a draw for nectar eating insects. Maybe bees, maybe too. Oh, like the sugar. Um, oh man, I love cicadas. Bees will clean out super fast. Clean it out. Oh, for the sugar. I'm going to try to go foundationless much. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna do foundationless, you just gotta. There's just a couple things you gotta remember, and that's just to have a good comb guide. Make sure your hive is extremely perfectly level, which I'm sure you definitely have yours level. And then the other thing is, on foundation, they're making all the cells the exact same size. So when you have foundationless, you just have to watch for when they do make a comb, a frame that's a lot of drone brood. You got to remember to don't put that in the middle of your brood nest, because they can't really do that so well on foundation. Foundation frames, you just put them wherever you want to. They're all the same. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. They're almost all the same cells. It kind of forces the bees to make drone brood between frames and in all kind of weird spots. Whereas in foundationless, they'll just put them wherever they want to. And you just got to be careful. Let's see. Let me see if you buy wire. If you buy wire, don't buy the wire they sell at the bee house is bad. Use stands. Yeah, I don't have any need for wire. Um, I have used fishing line. Fishing line seems to work fine. I just forget it's in there sometimes. I go to cut something and I got all this wire. I mean all this fishing line. Um, Suggest you check them out. You can see them feed up. Yeah. Um, Always munch the fishing line. I don't know. I've never had bees munch fishing line. I have some fishing line that's been in frames for 10 years. They haven't chewed it. Maybe you have to use stronger fishing line. I've never had to do that. Like they can't even chew the stuff that's tied in a knot on the outside. Yeah, it must be the line. Mm, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to ramble on about my weird opinions about bees. But yeah, when I see all that stuff, they're just putting stuff in there. There's all this stuff, and it doesn't even help. It just makes it worse. See these beetle, what are those little beetle things they slip between all the frame? They put one on this side, one on that side. There's Swift sheets here, Swift sheets there. There's all this shit, and then the beetles are still all over the place in there. I don't even worry about beetles. It's only when they're like sliming your hive you got to worry about them. If they're all above your inner cover, who cares? Adult beetles don't really do anything. Let me see. 30-pound fish test line. Yeah, I think 30-pound. I don't think they're chewing that. They're not chewing that. Change that chewed fish line. Oh, monofilament. Yeah, maybe that's. I think monofilament is that really. I'm not a fisherman. I love to fish, but I'm not a fisherman. If it's that really thin stuff, yeah, they'll probably chew that. I will let on nod. I mean, kind of. I mean, not. I have hobbyist knowledge, really. I can't tell no commercial beekeeper what to do. I mean, they keep livestock. They have a very regimented schedule of things to do. I don't even know about that stuff. I would have nothing in common to talk with. There's famous beekeepers, but I wouldn't even be interested. I could walk right past them and not even. I know who they are, but don't have any interest in talking about anything, and they don't have any in me either. I just have fun with it. Yeah. Here's where I would say I'm gonna have to see a video of bees chewing 50-pound test line or 30-pound. I'd have to see it. It could, I don't know. I'd have to see a video of that. That I would say I'm skeptical of that because I don't think it's even 15 pounds, and it's been in there for years, years and years, and it's not chewed. There's little bite marks, but they don't chew it. Um, and sometimes on the Facebooks, I'll I've heard people. That's one thing beekeepers do. They'll say, "My bees do this and my bees do that." The one lady was saying, "My bees never take sugar syrup. My bees don't do that." I'm like, "They're not. They're the bees that you have. Right? You don't have a special bee that doesn't like sugar syrup. You just I don't know what the hell. I felt kind of like saying, hey, you're probably just making this up that your bees don't take sugar syrup." Um, but you don't have the same bees every time. I mean, if you buy bees one year and they're dead, and then the next year you buy more bees, you can't say my bees do this every year because it's not the same bees. It's different bees. But yeah, there I go rambling on. Okay, so this time, um, yeah, Mark's going. Mark's going. Leaving when the nicest guy on YouTube is leaving. Mine eat monofilament. So you mean every colony that you have does that, or one? And are they all from the same line of bees? Are they special bees? Yeah, show some vid of chewed monofilament. I mean, they build the comb around it. It's not even. It's not even. I don't know how you're wiring these frames. How are you putting film? How are you putting the string on these frames that they're even chewing it? It goes in the middle. So they build down to it, and then they build right over it, and then it's completely entombed in wax. I'm not sure where they're chewing it at. That's what I would. That's what my mind thinks. Where are they chewing this? Like, unless you're taking like cutout comb and using the wire to hold the comb in place, and then you're saying that they're chewing it and pulling it out the way they do with rubber bands. I've done that. I've tied combs into frames with fishing line, and it has sat in a colony for a year. I just gotta see it. I'd have to see it. Let me see. I don't use monofilament. Now just stand still while the wire. They keep the edges next to the wood. All right. Well, I'll see them. Gotta make me a video. I'll check it out. Everybody catch some swarms. Tag your videos or they're not counting. Somebody's gonna win the nicest prize ever for catching one swarm because they tagged it. And then some other jokers are gonna have caught 25 swarms. Didn't tag it. I'm not gonna see it. I'm even gonna comment on it and I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. And you ain't getting shit. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Look at how tired I look. I'm dying, ready to go to bed. All right, guys. Take care. See you later. See you tomorrow when I catch these swarms.